Gemini is like Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, and it's the messenger. So it literally, think of like Mercury in the sky. It's the closest thing to the sun and the moon. It's always around the sun, right? But it's like it goes up to the sun and moon, like the god and goddess is like, huh, what'd you say? And gets the messages. Yeah. Oh, okay. What'd you say, Dad? Oh, what'd you say, Mom? Okay. And then communicates it to the rest of the world, the rest of the chart, the rest of the Mercury is social media. It's texting. Gemini, it's the third house, it's communications, your writing, your skills, your self-efforts, your siblings, your cousins, your local community, cars, buses, trains. So it's fascinating. You having the Gemini in the fourth house, it's like literally like kind of tapping in with your mother's mother and just like, oh, what'd you say? Or just, you know what I mean? Like there's this fluid connection.
Definitely fluid connection. Yes.
Wow.
No words needed. You know, it's energy. Everything is energy, Eric.
No, definitely.
Everything is energy.
What's going on? I think we might have a couple of comments in the chat. You see anything?
Oh, I see. The more you're connected to nature, the less ignorant you are, the less hateful you'll be over skin color. Very true.
Who
when
said
you're
that?
connected, Moon Blue.
Okay, hi Moon Blue, welcome. Okay.
Yeah, when you're very true, Moon Blue, when you're connected to the one, you don't see all of that. That's all social.
That's low vibration.
Yeah, it's very low vibrational, and it's also social constructs. It's BS, basically. So that's very true. And that is like what what me and Eric connect on. And what I do with my, healing gemstones, and there's a lot of different ways to connect. You can do it through sound healing, like Eric said, dancing, what Eric does with astrology, but it's all connecting, okay? And so, yeah.
So take us to that. So what is Eclectic Journeys? Why and how did it manifest through your creativity and spirituality, and what has brought you to this point? Because I know you've kind of, before you even started doing it, have always had sort of a connection to crystals and gems and just...
I have, yes. So like everyone, life is a hard journey. We've all been through things, trauma, loss. I've been through a lot of trauma and loss in my childhood and in my adulthood. Right. So I started going on a spiritual path, trying to connect more, because, when you're in this country, I guess I shouldn't say so much, but, mainstream doesn't really... It doesn't really treat the whole, let's put it that way.
Well, the patriarchal system doesn't honor the divine feminine and also individuality, right? They want us to fit in these boxes and and put circles into squares, and it's just all, and it takes away, like you said, like kind of our natural energy and vibrations of who we are.
And takes away our ability to connect with the gifts, healing gifts that Mother Earth already gave. They're here. Yeah. You can't turn on the TV without, please take Zyron. If your left toe hurts, it'll heal your left toe, but you might die of a stroke. Like,
No, amen. It's unfortunate, and
So I really went on a journey, because at first I was getting very sick years ago in my early 20s, and I did go mainstream, and I got handed antibiotics, blah blah blah, and I got sicker and sicker and sicker, and I read a wonderful book called Body Ecology Diet, which actually saved my life, and that's very important too. Everything starts in the gut.
Yes.
So I started healing my gut, and then I was then able to work on, healing my whole being through, getting rid of so much energy that was just blocked in all of my chakras. And that's when I started really reading about crystals and gemstones and like I said, I went to Reiki. I did a lot of different healing
Reiki is very
modalities.
helpful. You talked
Yeah,
about the energy. That's what I was thinking about. And
yeah,
acupuncture.
yeah. I went to
You,
acupuncture. I really did the gambit, which actually, whatever works for you, or a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's also beautiful and connective, and it kind of triggers different things in you. So I actually, I say to everyone, don't, try a little bit of everything natural.
right. Don't be afraid, and don't just push
Right.
it
Don't
because
get
you didn't
stuck.
hear about
Yeah.
it on ABC News.
Yeah.
And that's the
Right.
thing, that so many people are so brainwashed by the kind of like either my government, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, my local news, or Fox or CNN or just whatever, the programming, that if it's left of that, they're like, oh, it's
Right. Oh, you're crazy, or blah, blah,
right,
blah.
right.
Right.
And that's so not the case, you guys.
And that's very sad to me. And I know that a lot of people, luckily, like you, me, and people watching, and other people who might feel there's something wrong. There's something not right with this. And what is there about nature? Everything, everybody, everything you need is Mother Earth has provided. Unfortunately, we have hurt Mother Earth a lot, but she is still giving to us. And so, like you said, on my healing journey, I did a lot of healing modalities, but then when my dancing career kind of ended and I focused more on teaching, I started really getting back into crystals, and just kind of even having them. As a Pisces, amethyst is very powerful. It is my birthstone.
Right.
It's very calming. I have, I suffer from anxiety and PTSD. I would just hold amethyst or put it under my pillow, and I still do. And then,
and when you say, so it is your birthstone, and so that connection with it, you said
it's
it was
very
calming.
powerful.
Right. I was going to say, how powerful, and like, how did you, what explained the actual feelings? So when you felt stressed or anxious, and then you connected with the amethyst, take us through, like, how did that work in your?
So I will hold the amethyst, but actually right now, because I'm making it in jewelry, for example, I can show you a couple of my amethysts. So let's say here's one of my amethyst pieces.
Wow.
It's on me, it's really close to my heart. So my energy connects very directly when I wear any of my amethyst pieces. So I literally, Eric, can choose from any of my, crystals, healing stones, and I have a lot, depending on what I need. Like if I need to relax, I'll choose an amethyst. Right now, I'm wearing a raw green tiger eye. You know why? I was nervous. This calms you down.
Does that connect? So the tiger eye, because I know a little bit, but nowhere near like you. So does tiger eye help calm the nervous system?
It does, but it also helps if you have any feelings of self-doubt. Right. So it gives you like inner strength and energy when you're like, forging on a new journey, which this is with you. Right. So that's why I wore my raw green tiger eye. So, this again, Mother Earth, this is raw. Okay? Yes, my artistic.
That probably has like a little like fortune and luck, being optimistic. So it's kind of like a Jupiter energy.
Right.
Which is the traditional ruler of Pisces.
Right. And so, and because I'm an artist, some people just wrap their raw gemstones, but I like to add beads or other chips, which are also raw gemstone chips. But like, here's one of my amethysts. So it's not only the power of amethyst, but it's also beautiful art because I add beads, because healing can be beautiful in many different ways, including art, because art is healing. as well.
So let me ask you, give me the rundown of why you chose the name of your jewelry line to be
Eclectic Journeys.
Eclectic Journeys.
It literally just describes, I think, my life in every aspect.
It's been an eclectic journey, right?
Yeah, it's an eclectic journey, and I think it applies to everyone from wherever you are. We all go on eclectic journeys. Our life is filled with eclectic relationships, eclectic connections, eclectic experiences. So it literally just, I mean, it was a no-brainer, you know?
Awesome. That's awesome. And so you you also use copper, right? Because I know copper can be.
Yes, I use all the wire is copper, and it might be coated sometimes, just for the look. So
right.
Let's say this is oops, I don't know if you can see that.
And there's reasoning behind that, right? Doesn't copper magnify the gems and crystals?
Yes, copper actually magnifies the energy vibration, so it makes it even stronger.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And you can buy like copper wire though. Let's say you like, you don't, maybe some people don't like the raw color of copper. Sometimes it can be a little harsh. Like this is raw copper here.
Okay.
On a red jasper. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, red jasper. Wow.
Yeah.
No,
sexual healing. This is good for sexual healing. Red jasper.
Red jasper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go.
Get your sexuality on.
You hear that, folks? Get your red jasper going on. That sounds good. Copper red jasper. You'd be like,
yeah.
COVID baby.